the best way to beat someone bigger and stronger than you in a self-defense situation. So I'm often asked, what happens if someone's bigger than you? Obviously, I can't do this technique with Patrick, so I have to have Patrick demonstrate it, but I can explain it out for you guys. This is gonna be a very big attack, and I'm gonna hit very, very hard, and it's a very common attack. If you just search on YouTube or something like Street Fight, you're gonna see this happening a lot. And so he's of smaller build, he needs to find a way to stop all that mass. So he's gonna protect his face with his left hand, but he's also gonna punish me with that elbow. That's gonna stop me from being able to swing through. This is also gonna be extremely painful. We call this a spear movement. The way that it's typically taught in self-defense organizations here is usually this or this. The way that my father originally taught me is you block and you bring the elbow into play. And he's being pretty nice to me because that could go straight into my collarbone and stop a lot of that motion. The structure that he has makes it so that he's using his geometry against my mass, and it's painful when I get there. Make me pause for a little bit, possibly, and give him the opportunity to entangle my arm and throw me to the ground. So the entanglement that he's gonna use is I'll come through here like this, I'll come through here and either this way, or we'll come through again, and I'll come through here and then just bring it to this position, and we call this an outside figure 4 lock. The lock that we use is a shoulder lock. We could call it a V-arm lock or Americana, or we could call it a figure 4 lock, which is what we call it. But really, all those silly names are about the grip and not about the lock. The lock is a branch up shoulder lock. So the articulation of the shoulder is only so much. And so what we can do is I can grab this way, which is a outside figure 4 because I'm grabbing from the outside, or standard or inside figure 4. This is often called a V-arm lock, a double wrist lock, or if you must, an Americana. And then if it's on the ground, it can be called a pillow V-arm lock and a bunch of other things. But it's really just this particular figure 4 grip, and I'm really just doing this. So I can do it this way, I can do it this way, I can do it this way. All of these are all the same shoulder lock, and it just depends on how I get there. In this case, Patrick chose to do this figure 4 lock from here and apply his force against the smallest muscles of my shoulder joint. And that is a shoulder lock. Follow me for more self-defense tips and how to break people's shoulders.